Charles. Macro.
Galactic, interstellar gymnastics, warp drive, dark side of the moon blasting, acid, Milky Way, black hole factions, massive war fleet, Battlestar action.
Word?
Yeah, I say word.
What up, everybody? Charles and Macro jumping back into Empyrion Galactic Survival. Yo, hope everybody's doing well, man. Hope you're having a great day, great week, great new year. So, in the last episode, we were doing Talon missions. I finished up or revisited, went back to a mission that I had done that didn't turn out well, or I couldn't find the enemies. Let me put it like that. It was like a Talon invasion, defend the base type of mission, and I couldn't find the enemies. So we went back to do it, and in doing so, when I spawned in, just like right now, the enemies were here at my base. And then I went to the Talon settlement. You had to kill like 8 enemies. They were like golems, nightmares, you know, the overseers, a lot of the Xerax, because the Talon were worried about a Xerax invasion, and they seemed to spawn in wherever you spawn in. And I had to, excuse me, I had to leave the game and come back in just to get them all to respawn. But I'm thinking in doing that, and you know, maybe not even completing the mission the first time, having them spawn in here, enemies are still around here, because man, I'm hearing crazy sounds. I'm hearing, it sounds like the nightmares, which the nightmares are like this mutated people from like one of the warehouses or the factories, and you know, like they got toxically infected and it mutated them, so they got these big bellies and they run around looking all it's crazy, like something from a horror movie. So as you can see right here, I got a golem just sitting there chilling, and you hear that squealing? Can y'all hear that? So I'm gonna see what's around here. Now I'm concerned that this danger is gonna be around my base every time I spawn in. These crazy enemies are gonna be around here. What we're gonna do first is try to take out this golem. If I have to, I jump in my vessel. But he look like he's stuck, like he can't move. I don't know if y'all noticed too that sometimes when you first start shooting them, you see their energy doesn't go anywhere. You know what? That's what I need to do. I need to use my drone to see what is around here. You see this? He's just chilling right here. Swamp golem in the little area where the water isn't present. Trying to see what is, because I hear them screaming. They could just be lurking by my greenhouse or anything. But anyway, all right, so we got something we're gonna do today. We're gonna check out some drillers, and I'm actually bringing 2 of them and do a little compare. So this is something different, you know. I am gonna start doing wild highlights and, you know, highlighting vessels and things of that nature. So please come through. Come check us out in the Discord. Hey, what's going on? And come through and, you know, let's check out the builds. We'll converse about things. But yeah, this is gonna be a kind of like a dual highlight. And I am gonna, like I said, start doing them where it's just straight highlights, and then I'll also bring in vessels into the video. All right, so let's get to that. Okay guys, so as I said, we're gonna bring in 2 drillers. We're gonna compare them and contrast them a bit, and I'm mainly gonna do more just the actual usage test. I'll show you the stats, show you how they look, what they have in them, but I'll let you guys look at the stats page. I'm gonna go actually test them and see which one has better maneuverability and drill. And it's not really a what's better than. We're just showing off different builds and seeing the functionality of both as a driller. All right, and I may do that with more builds, but I am definitely gonna do just some straight highlights and things of that nature. Now let me say, if you keep hearing this screaming and the like, I think from that Talon mission where it spawned in, where you had to fight. Let me just show you this really quickly. this talent mission here, action and reaction, and they felt the village would be soon under attack. They were sending like golems, they were sending overseers, a thing of that nature, as I said before. I think they spawned in under this area because this isn't filled in. I just made this, so I feel like if I go down here and go out, it's still hollow. They must have spawned in under this, so I keep hearing them. So if you want to see me go down there and see what happens and see what's down there, let me know. I'll do that in the next episode if we still hear it coming in. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and bring in our first one. So we have the CM edition of the UH3 MOLERATT. That's by my man Solo Spirit. And then we have the TALADRO by my man Revertable. So let's see what we want to bring in first. First, we'll bring in the MOLERATT. The MOLERATT is a heavy duty joint. And once again, this isn't a like what's better per se. This is just a look at and a little contrast, because this one is a bigger model and it was made to have a high capacity. So let's look at it. Let's look around it really quickly. It does have some weaponry from what I can see outside. See, we have the Gatlings. It has 4, so that's good. You can actually really get your shoot on. It has a couple dual auto turrets to protect you from outside, you know, enemies if they're coming around while you're drilling or above you. So it's very well armed. And it does, okay, it also has an antenna, so we can actually see where resources are located while we're traveling. So this is like a actual, just a good HV in general, it looks like, for even exploring. And then while you're out, you say, hey, let me go ahead and get these resources. I'm also wondering with the distance and the placement of the drills, how well that is for, you know, actual mining and such. So that's good, but it looks very well powered. It looks like it can get up with these thrusters. All right. So what we'll do now, we'll bring in the TALADRO. Let's go ahead and spawn that in. Now, as you can see, it's a bit smaller. A little more compact. It also has an antenna, and it also leans back. It probably would sit straight if it was powered and had some juice in it. Okay. Now, as you can see, the placement of the drills is a little bit tighter. And this one does not have any defenses on it unless they come out when it turns on, unless they're, you know, hidden right now. That may be the case. That may be what these blocks are. I don't know that for sure. But upon first inspection, it doesn't have defenses, so you will have to protect yourself or add the turrets. He may have made it where it kept the resources down and you just add the turrets later. Okay. I like both of these. And they both can be very useful. Now let me go back to the workshop just to show you really quickly. So the TALADRO was only 300, 200, about 300 each for all of the resources that it takes. 335 carbon, 310 copper, 284 iron, 254 silicone, 15 sathium, which you can usually get some sathium from raiding a POI, or you usually find some while you're out. The MOLERATT, on the other hand, takes a few more resources. Carbon substrate, 786, 574 on copper, 486 iron, 452 silicon. All right, cool. So what I'm gonna do now, we're gonna get inside and we'll power these up. And I wanna see what type of cargo space they have. Actually, we may be able to do that without getting in. Let me see if we can tether to these. Okay, yeah, cool. So the MOLERATT we'll look at first. The MOLERATT has 32,000 in volume. And the TALADRO has 625. Okay, that's ammo. Let's look at the container controller. Okay, he did make it with the new modular system, the new logistics. So it has 12,125 which is a decent amount. So the ammo is 22,000. The ore and wood is 32,000, and then the other controller is 32,000. Okay, so this one actually has 2 different controller containers, and then one for ammo, and then the fridge, which is 250. The TALADRO, okay, it evidently does have weapons on the TALADRO because it has 2 ammo crates, so they must be retracted right now. The ore and wood is 1250. All right, cool. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hit a couple spots on the map. Let's see. Where are our closest resources? Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fly both of these up to this area because we have 2 100% deposits, and we'll see how they do. So I'm gonna mark that, and I'm gonna mark that. All right, and I'll see you guys in a minute when we get both of the vessels there. Oh, you know what? Actually, before I go, let's look inside, see what's all inside for real. And let's look at the statistics. Okay, so in the MOLERATT, we have a constructor. We check the boxes, the cargo boxes. Okay, you see the thrusters, see equipment. Okay, armor locker, detector, wireless connection. Okay, that's the flares for the dressing. It does have a fridge. Okay, 4 fuel tanks, generators, hangar shutter doors. Okay, these are the drill modules and the harvest container. Okay, it has a medic station, a O2 station, the O2 tanks, the ventilators. So you can't take this into another planet that doesn't have air or breathable oxygen. Got our turrets and our Gatlings. Okay, cool. And then this is the statistics real quick. If you want to check out the stats for the UH3 MOLERATT, this is the CM edition. All right, and I'll do the same. Well, actually, let me put some power in here. First of all, we're in the MOLERATT fuel. Okay, we are powered up. Let's get out and look at it after being powered up. Hey, got the flashing lights, the blinkers, so you know we working here. We working here, people. We working here. We working here. Okay. Ah, nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Yo, that's funky. That's funky. All right, cool. So let's go over here. Let's see if we can get in. Ooh, I like this cockpit view though. I like the view from inside. And let's check out these statistics. Actually, let's check out the devices first. Okay, so we know the ammo box is. Okay, let's see what equipment. Okay, it does have an armor locker, detector, wireless connection. Okay, your turrets and your weapons. So this one is, you know, less of the frills. It has just what you need specifically for drilling, and it keeps it good, and with the resources keeps it lower so that you can use this early. That's cool. That's cool. I have no problem with that. Okay, it does have 2 minigun turrets. They're just retracted right now. And it also has Gatlings. So this also is protected, which is good. So we're gonna see what it looks like when you power it up. Oh, okay, and let's look at the stats really quickly. There you go. All right. So let's get some fuel up in here in the TALADRO. And I think my thrusters and stuff are off. So let's turn the thrusters on. Let's turn the turrets and weapons on. Let's turn the lights on. Ooh, nice. Now, just upon first glance, this has nice movement with this thrust. Just the forward and backwards. Okay, it turns well. It has some good functionality. And let's get out and look at it real quick. Okay, now it is suffering from some of that clipping issues that have entered because of some of the changes that they made with Alpha 9 and the way you get out the cockpit. So you do have to be mindful of that. So yeah, this looks really cool as well with the lights. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so the turrets are on the side and they're retractable in there. Yo, that's funky. That's funky. Okay, and then they're right here at the top for your Gatlings. That is funky. It's getting funky. It's getting funky. Ooh, it's getting funky. It's getting funky. Yeah, I like that. I like that. All right, cool, man. I want to drill down here right now and see if these enemies are down here. They're getting on my nerves. So as you can see, there's quite a disparity in the placement of the drills. So I wonder how that will affect the effectiveness. And let me do this one last thing before we go. This one as well. Let's see how it maneuvers. Now the thrust, the forward and backwards, is not as pronounced as it was in the TALADRO. Now it moves, it has some thrust, but the TALADRO boosted quicker, you know, and faster. The acceleration was quicker. So all right, okay guys, so we're gonna go to the spots that we marked here on the map and we're gonna do a little mining test and see what the difference is. All right, so I'm gonna see y'all there in a moment. Whoa. Okay. Now this is something that you have to be mindful of here in the MOLERATT. Because it's heavy and because it tilts forward a bit, it will sink in the water if you're not careful. Now I did go over some water previous to getting here, but I was tilting it up. So that's one thing to be mindful of. I just wanted to show y'all that. Okay, I'll see y'all in a minute. I like the way this looks traveling. This is the TALADRO. There's a really cool look to it as well. Now the TALADRO moves a lot faster. I will say that as we approach. Okay guys, so I just pulled up in the TALADRO. And I can say that it moves really well. It is the faster of the two. You know, it's very sleek, very mobile. And like I said, I did like that. Now I don't know how it's gonna drill, but as far as actual maneuverability when traveling, it did that very well. It's very fast. Now the MOLERATT looks as though, or the MOLERATT when it drove, like I said, not quite as fast out the gate. Come on. And it actually tilts a little bit forward, but I think that's purposefully done with the weight so that it can drill easier, so it can lean down to get into those holes. But it was a little bit of an issue when I went over water. It'll travel over water fine, but as you can see that it is leaning a little forward. I did sink into the water one time. So it's like you got to be careful when you're riding and make sure that you're tilting it up when you get to things like water. You'll be okay. Once again, this is a little bulkier, but it does have much more capacity and it's a little better protected. They're both protected well, but this one just has a few more Gatlings on it. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and start here with the MOLERATT and let's see how quickly and how well we can maneuver into this one. I'm gonna go straight down into it and see if we're able to just come right back out or if we have to really dig through to get in and out of the hole. Gotta dig like a slam. Okay, we're already getting some ore. And this is a small deposit. I thought these was both medium, but now I see it's small. I'll be honest, I suck at drilling sometimes. Once that view starts changing. we're at 10%, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave out and see how well we can get back out of here. Let's see. All right, come on. Like I said, this was just a straight dig down. And angling may be better. Y'all let me know in the comments the best way to get in and out of a hole, because like I said, I with a driller, because I suck at that. All right, so I'm trying to get out now. Like I said, y'all let me know the best way to get in and out of a mining hole. You're drilling it with your drilling HV. Okay, no, we working our way out. Okay, looks like we're gonna be all right. It's almost out. I mean, we're basically out. I'm not a professional, like I said, getter outer. Come on. There we go. We out. Come on. There we go. Woo! We made it out, guys. We made it out. And they drilled and cleared it out pretty quickly. I mean, that was, you know, there's no issue with missing the spots or all of that. That was dope. Okay. Now we're gonna go to our next spot. Now, the one thing that the TALADRO doesn't have that I noticed, it doesn't have a few of the items inside that that the MOLERATT has. The MOLERATT is equipped with everything basically that you will find or that you're able to equip in most HVs. The TALADRO is more just for mining, which helps keep your resources down. I'm a little hungry. I shouldn't have used that, but I can make more. All right, so we're gonna see how we do with this iron deposit with the TALADRO. All right, so let's go. Hold on, I think I got it on the wrong mining. Okay, ground drill. All right. Now out the gate, I'm having to, okay, let me get a good lean going. I had to get a good lean going, which was nothing but just holding it down for a second, but it wasn't like I could just straight lean really quickly. Okay, here we go. Now you see I'm going in a little bit differently. I really had intended to just go straight under, but that's okay. That's doing work. Is that it? I think I might have got everything. It's a little bit left, but I can't see the readout. Hold on, let me look on the map. Okay, yeah, that's it. I cleared this one out. Okay, we cleared it out for the most part. You know, it's a couple of specks in there, but let's see about getting out of here now. All right, cool. So, in conclusion, both of these did a really good job, a really solid job with drilling. Look how much higher that the the Taladro sits in the air. That's interesting. Let me get that fiber. Okay, guys. So in conclusion, the UH3 MOLERATT, it can clear a little bit faster. Like both of these will do the job very well. The MOLERATT, because they're spread further apart, I think it can clear out a deposit faster. But the Taladro is more maneuverable. This one is bulkier and it does have more cargo space. This one has about half the capacity, but it is speedier. It's speedier. It will move around quicker. So it's just a trade-off for both. They're both good. And I think it just depends on, like, if I was going to clear out like a smaller deposit, I would just use this to get there, boom, clean it out and get back. And when you get to those medium and large deposits, the MOLERATT would do the trick for you. But both of these are good. I like them both. I like the design. I like the feel. And then also, the Taladro takes less resources to start out. So that's good for when you're beginning. The MOLERATT takes a few more and it's equipped with more. So it's more of the all-purpose, but it is going to cost you a few more resources. All right. So you guys let me know what you think in the description. Thank you to Solo Spirit for this great design, and thank you to Valorel for this great design as well, guys. We got some great builders, man. So y'all also hit me in the comment box. Come through to the Discord, man. Come show off your builds. We have more on the way, guys. I got some more. We got some great builders who are now entering the Discord, man. And shout out to Spange as well, who's a great builder, man, and who's been coming through and showing love, man. And definitely check out his channel also, man. I'm sure most of you guys know of Spange, but for you that don't, man, it's another great builder and Empyrion player. All right. So once again, hit me in that comment box. Let me know what you think. Charles Macro, Empyrion Galactic Survival. Thank you for stopping through. And hey, let me know what you think of the little comparison, man. And let me know if you want to see more highlights of vessels. All right. Thank you for stopping through, and I'ma holler at y'all. Peace.
Empyrion Galactic Survival. Empyrion Galactic Survival. Empyrion Galactic Survival. Empyrion Galactic Survival. Empyrion Galactic Survival.
Charles Macro.